I'm working on this SS Monte Carlo. Has a whole engine swap, and this has a long story. Story goes like this. Basically, I worked on it in 2020, I believe. Had a 6.0 engine, well, 6.0 block, LQ4 block. That block is currently right underneath this table. Here's the pistons, here's the mains. The crank is over there. I actually gotta go take that to the shop. Basically, I haven't touched it since. Yesterday, I just now started touching on this thing once again. This is not a 6.0 motor. This is a 5.3. Long story short, a guy worked on this car, and he literally just did whatever he wanted to do, which is terrible. I don't even comprehend why he did what he did, but I'm here to fix it now, so it doesn't even matter. Today I'm aiming to take this intake off, take these brackets off, and taking this radiator off. I'm doing this because yesterday I actually did the wiring harness. As you can see, it's all around here, and me doing that, to me it seems like a better plan just to go ahead and take off the brackets, take out the radiator, and take off the intake once I actually so when I pull the motor, it'll be a whole lot easier. It'll just be a lot smaller. Like, this looks cluttered to the max. Like, all of this, that it just looks like too much, where I don't even want to pull off this hood. I don't want to pull off the hood. So the best way I can do it is just basically taking all this stuff off, and then from there, once I get this engine out, which I'm not going to take the transmission out, I'm just going to get the motor out completely. Then I'm going to swap all these parts for the AC, the water pump, the power steering and alternator, and the heads, and hopefully this cam is still the same as what my uncle ordered, because this is his vehicle I'm working on. He had a pretty much like a stage 2 cam, had some decent chomp. We started this motor. Right now, the reason why I'm taking this motor out instead of actually being able to drive and stuff like that is because the dude let it get to a point where it's still leaking oil. And I mean, like, it's not just little drops, it's pouring, like waterfall, like straight from the backing plate behind there, made it where the transmission is close to it, and it's just like I said, it's like a waterfall. It's just coming straight down. It's crazy. I don't even know what it is until I take this motor out, of course. So can't run no motor with no oil, really. Stupid. So couldn't really run it for a long time to know if it actually has a cam or not. If the dude actually put the cam that we put inside of the 6.0, we don't know if it's in this 5.3. So if it's not, then he's gonna get another cam. But we know for sure that it's the same heads, for sure. We know the brackets are, you know, what he bought and stuff like that. And of course, this is not the intake that he has. The real intake, which is the LS Corvette intake, it's actually in the trunk. So this ugly, I believe this is a Vortec intake, truck motor intake. It's ugly, and it's not really helpful for like horsepower. I think it's better for torque. So like lower end torque is getting air in a certain way with flow. And I don't really know. I didn't do too much research. I just know it's off the truck. So from here, I'm basically just gonna go ahead and try to just take off all these parts. I'm not gonna really show it because it's kind of simple. If you was to try to just do this, it's pretty simple. The intake is just these bolts. I already have the fuel line disconnected, so don't have to worry about that. And all the wire harness, like I said, disconnected from it. So I just take these little bolts right here. These, like, I believe these are like 10s or 8s. I don't know exactly. Take those off, the whole thing comes off. With the radiators, plain and simple, you know, drain it, take off the lower hose, take off the upper hose, take the brackets off, pull it up, sit it to the side, and then I can start working on the actual brackets. So they don't look too bad. Anyway, we're gonna get into this and I'll show you the progress as I keep going. Well, good morning. Today, not that much of a long day. Today is the plan to actually get this motor out. As you can see, I've done a whole lot more than I showed on camera. I basically took off all the accessories, all the belts, took off the wire harness, as you can see, and now, well, took out the radiator and stuff as well, but now, all right, so I don't have much time. My battery's gonna die pretty soon, so if anything, I'm just gonna be pulling this, try to pull this out. I have to get to the flywheel bolts, transmission bolts, and then I have to get those motor mounts. All right, whew. It is hot in South Carolina, I swear. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. But what matters is I haven't recorded much of the stuff that I've done already with this engine from this Monte Carlo. I think the last time y'all seen me, all I was doing was taking off the intake, moving the radiator and some other stuff. I got carried away that day and my battery died from my camera, so I don't have any of that footage. And then I'll say about 3 or 4 days passed after that, and I actually took it out. So I took it out 2 days ago. I took it out with my uncle because he helped me out. And as y'all can see, if I can open this, so as y'all can see, it is completely out. Today I'm gonna try my best to get to this. This is the, literally it's a 4.8. I thought it was a 5.3 when me thinking it was a 5.3. I was like, okay, maybe it's all right. You don't know. No, it's not all right. It's a 4.8. That makes it even worse. It's a good motor, but it ain't what it's supposed to be. And the reason why it took me a while to actually get some of this stuff like actually together is because of the guy made these bolts. Like, you see those are actual bolts right here. I thought they were dials, but they're bolts for on the other side of the flywheel. If you're mechanically inclined, which I believe somebody will be at least watching this, then you know that basically you're not supposed to have those bolts bolted in on the opposite side of the flywheel. It's supposed to go into the flywheel from the torque converter. So basically, in layman's terms, it goes in this way instead of it going that way, which dude did. He didn't fill this up with fluid. Not that I can really see. Nope, he didn't really fill that up with fluid. And yeah, and there's a lot of other things he didn't do, but we'll just get all this stuff set up and being all right. But let me go back here and show y'all. This is gonna be the 6.0 right here. Yeah, y'all see it. I gotta get these main cap bearings out. This one had some weird scoring. I don't know what that is, but I can feel it with my finger. And it was only that one on the rear. So, and then the cam bearings, they don't look too bad, but replacing those. So got all those pieces over here in this area. I know it's kind of dark, but got everything over here. The pistons, the main caps, and then I have all the new joints, which is new main piston. I mean, not new. New bearings for the main caps, new bearings for the pistons and the rods, and then new piston rings. Yeah, new piston rings, because I want to make sure this thing is as tip-top shape as possible when I put it back in, because I don't want it to be just a layman's backyard build. I want it to be really good to where it's gonna run for a long time. But in that case, I'm about to start working on this, and then I'll get back to you. So I'm pretty much gonna have this oil pan go up underneath this, drain as much oil as possible, drop that pan. Then from there, I'm gonna try to get this torque converter off, and then I'm gonna try to get this flywheel off. And then once I can do that, I can actually try to get this harmonic balancer off, and then I can get off this plate to try to see if this is the right cam, because I don't know if the guy actually put on the right cam or not. It's one of those things I have to see. And then from there, just moving everything from here, which the heads should be fine. I might open up the valve cover just to make sure that they're good. Checking everything else with it, like as in the buckets and the rollers and the rods. They all should be in there. Alright, so I drained a good bit of the oil. I don't know if you could tell, but I think you can. If you see this like white stuff that's going in, this is the oil that came from in here. That oil, that black oil, is from that oil filter. You know what that means? It's milky. So, and then it's sparkly. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got like sparkles of metal flake in it. So I think this engine was out on its way anyway. Another problem to see, and now I gotta take care of, because now I gotta clean out the oil pan really good, just to make sure it's not messed up. And then hopefully the cam is not messed up either, from, you know, the metal shavings, so we can go straight into the other motor. I'm really hoping that's gonna happen, but we're gonna see. So I'll be back. Whew, I've been working on this thing for about an hour and 15 minutes, which is not bad. It is hot. It looks cool outside. It looks all nice and cool. But nah, it's pretty hot. I'm sweating to the max. I don't know if y'all can see them little sweat droplets with my big forehead. But I got most of it done today. I have it on a little car ramp mount and some wood. I don't want to bend that old pickup tube. It's right there. Should have removed it, but it'll be okay for now. I took off the oil pan, took off the torque converter, and took off the flywheel, and took off the main bolt for the crank pulley. So from there, I need to go to like AutoZone or something like that and pick up harmonic balancer pulley tool. And then from there, I'm gonna take off all those bolts, which the bolts I'm talking about are these right here. I'm gonna take off all of this. This is the timing cover. Once you take off the timing cover, take off the timing chain, and then from there we're gonna go ahead and take out the cam. Make sure the cam is okay. I'm gonna open these valve covers later on, after I pull this. Once I pull this pulley off, I'm gonna open up these valve covers, make sure everything's okay. Take out the what are they called, the push rods and the buckets and the rollers, and soak them in oil some more, just for whenever I put them inside of the other motor back there. And then after that, what's gonna happen then? I mean, start cleaning everything up, piecing it together. The crank is done, so I can go pick that up now for the 6.0 motor. What else? I don't know if I'm missing something. All I'm missing at that point would be gaskets and other miscellaneous bolts that we may need for the whole process for the 6.0 again, because a lot of these bolts are not the bolts that we use before. The guy probably used third hand, fourth hand bolts. I don't like it. So from there, we're just gonna go ahead and change up some stuff. I'm just gotta finish that up. It's not gonna take long. Start cleaning the other one, which is not gonna take long. Clean the pistons. Put the hone the block, and then from there just do my thing. But that's it for today. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. You can definitely see it on this blue shirt how hot and sweaty I am. Yeah, humidity is no joke. It looks nice and clear out here and shady. That don't matter. If it's humid, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. But I'm super glad that it's still out, and we're almost there to recovery steps of bringing this thing back alive again with the 6.0 instead of a 4.8, because that's what I found out. It's a 4.8 motor instead of a 5.3. This guy was trying to get over, but it's all good. It's all cool. I just finished cleaning up. I'm gonna leave the rest of that stuff right there. Should be fine. Nobody's gonna mess with this. And that's gonna be it for today.